I've been doing stencil art and spray painting for about 10 years. I spent a lot of my time as a kid just coloring and coloring and coloring. That just evolved and evolved. And I used to skateboard a lot and painted skateboards and got into painting grip tape. And the best way to paint grip tape in a clean way is to make stencils. I had a group of friends that were making stencils, and I saw a multi-layered stencil for the first time and really wanted to learn how to do that. But there weren't a lot of people that knew how to do it. So it was sort of like a trial and error thing of trying to look it up online and seeing if I could find anything about it, and then just doing it over and over and over again until I learned how to do it. What got me into art in general was probably my mom and my dad. My mom was an artist and my dad was an engineer. And so my mom was classically trained. And so she sort of taught me a lot about color. And then my dad, having like a more engineer style mind, taught me about composition, geometry, really how to put things together. First, there's like obviously the conceptual part of it. The client will come to me with ideas, or I'll have a bunch of ideas of stuff that I'm into at a certain time. And then I go through and look for images that kind of match. Well, I guess there's an aspect of finding the right image that you think will translate well into chunks of color. You know, like contrasty images with lots of shading, images with lots of detail, stuff like that. Once you find the right image, you sort of look at it and figure out how many shades you're gonna want to paint. And then depending on that, you do that amount of print. So I send it to a print shop in town. And then I go through and I cut each shade. So my black, my white, my mid-tone. Then I use an adhesive to spray it onto a wall. And I put one layer on top of another until it has some sort of depth. The Alvin Cutting Mats are amazing. They make it so that I can basically draw with my X-Acto knife. So it feels just like I'm drawing when I'm cutting out my stencils. The other thing that's amazing about them is how big they are, because I'm able to lay them out on my floor and do huge stencils. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without them.